What is up, my friends? It is Hippo, and today's video was an absolute blast to film. We're going to be critiquing, praising, and just having some good old-fashioned fun on browser games. From familiar favorites to hidden gems with an infinite amount of free replay value and novelty that you're not going to want to miss if you're unfamiliar with them. I'm going to be looking at these games through a lens of a refined grading scale that I used in my llmc browser games video. And if you disagree with any of my opinions about the games we're going to talk about today, that's fine, and by all means, please do yell at me in the comment section. It's good for business. But let me inform you before you go spouting off that anger. I'm a browser game veteran. Miniclip, Nitrome, Cool Math Games, CartoonNetwork.com, Teen Titans Battle Blitz, the Powerpuff Girls are chasing the Mad Hatter, and Ben 10 is punching boxes in a warehouse for some reason. Ed, Edd, and Eddy are having a food fight. Seriously, watch the Ed, Edd, and Eddy video. But alright, that's enough about my credentials. Without any further ado, let's get right on into the video. Now look, this is definitely a safe start. Everybody knows what Wordle is, but that's for good reason. Wordle is the GOAT, the golden standard, A1 steak sauce. I try my best to do it every day, but I definitely miss it sometimes. I'd say I'm doing the Wordle like 4 or 5 times a week. Those are also the days that I go on walks. It's the modern day puzzle that you do in the morning newspaper. You gotta check the daily Wordle. It's so genius in its simplicity. Every day there's a 5-letter word and you get 5 tries to guess the word. It's a brain warm-up activity at its absolute best. Low stakes and some guided thinking. It's Wordle. What a perfect name for a perfect game. Bars. Wordle is also actually magic, giving you the uncanny ability to forget 5-letter words that you definitely know exist. There are also fun spin-offs of Wordle for fandoms, like llmc, a League of Legends variety that's actually pretty fun, or Pokédle. Guess which one that is for. This speaks to what a solid foundation Wordle is as a game. You can retrofit it to so many different things. I'm gonna give Wordle an absolute 10 out of 10. What a classy game that Wordle is. We love you, Wordle. But screw the New York Times. You guys do not deserve to call Wordle yours. You just really don't. Alright. I don't know who Neal is, but this website is definitely hosted at .fun. I remember being a kid, and whenever I would see like ads that had websites, you know, like some would be .org or .net or .com, and I thought that that was something that was like bestowed upon to you based on the nature of your website. And so believe me, if I had seen neal.fun when I was a kid, I would have been absolutely clocking in to work on that family computer in the study. Now, you've actually probably already seen clips of neal.fun on streams or TikTok clips, like this element combiner type game that had a lot of viral clips attached to it. That's neal.fun, or it's infinite craft on neal.fun, but neal.fun actually hosts a bunch of different things. It's got a bunch of different games, gizmos, and gadgets, and maybe even a little bit of guided learning on top of it. Neal.fun is certainly the most novel thing on this list. When you open up neal.fun, you are instantly presented with this clean, simple UI. No BS, no signups, no pop-ups, not even any ads. Neal, my man. I think you could put an ad up in there, you earned it. Anyways, going through neal.fun, what's catching my eye? Stimulation clicker.
1 minute later.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video.
Oh fuck, I didn't think he'd be talking. What the hell is he even fucking eating? Just sandwiches that he made at home? Oh shit, he's going to town on that slime now. Oh yo, that just made a crazy dodge on Subway Surfers.
Of becoming
Maribel.
a Hollywood actress. But
Oh, Maribel, you're gonna be a Hollywood actress. I believe in you.
Bay, Florida, her options were limited.
I'm not liking the way the slime is looking up here, but that food is looking nice and crunchy. Oh, the crunch of the chip there.
I got hurricane.
Okay. My entire play session here of Stimulation Clicker is also going to be a members only video coming up soon, so definitely make sure to check that out, and big shout out to my members. Neal.fun isn't just cookie clicker ripoff games though. There are cool interactive education bits like the Deep Sea or internet artifacts. They almost act as unique digital museum experiences in theme with their exhibits. There are fun community-based interaction games like the Internet Road Trip. I spent a nice night on an internet road trip in Tiverton, Rhode Island. There was nothing much to see. So remember when I said, all right, I don't know who Neal is? Well, I lied. I'm sorry. Neal.fun is developed by Neal Agarwal, who is still working on it to this day, so make sure to go check him out at his Twitter. It seems like Neal has a ton of passion for web development and pushing the internet forward in fun and creative ways, and that definitely shows in Neal.fun. 5 golden stars. Now going back to word games, we've got llmc, or llmc as I've affectionately coined it. If you've ever found yourself experiencing soul-crushing anxiety and existential dread over the ever-likely scenario where you end up on an XXL freshman class and have no clue how to freestyle and you just don't want to end up like Ian, llmc is the game for you.
Always gonna be money, always gonna be hoes, always gonna be something. Only thing you got is your word, I put that shit on my mama.
Get in, loser. We're writing fire-ass verses. Simple as. I'm gonna rap. Hold on. Dudes be shaving they pimples. I didn't know that. Okay, I don't know how to write bars. But wait a minute, let me just hop onto llmc. Make verses around the word happy. Hold on, I'm feeling like Childish Gambino. I'm with a Filipino girl at your local Jollibee. And that's got me happy.
Online, I'm fine, but IRL, I'm a Filipino.
So there's some fun on the back end of llmc too. Rating your rhymes, flow, and sentence structure. Now, who are they to tell you this? Did Tyler, the creator, write the algorithm that they use on the back end? I don't know, but consider this. Numbers on a screen. We all love those. There's also an endless mode, and this was my best run of that. I had to rhyme with grain. And here, I'm going to put you onto some free game, another good mental exercise that can also help you with your freestyling skills. Just keep saying sentences using the last word you say for as long as you can keep going. For lunch, I had a burger. Burgers are tasty, but perhaps too commonplace nowadays. Nowadays, I don't do much but write YouTube videos. YouTube videos are a nice medium for entertainment and education. Education is becoming less and less valued in the United States. So on, so forth. This will encourage your brain to think beyond quick thoughts and just encourage chain thinking, and that can help you freestyle. You're welcome. Anyways, try to get over 450 on hard mode in llmc. I have not been able to see anyone get over 440, and if you were able to do that, please let me know in the comments. GeoGuessr is an absolute titan, and just like Wordle, probably everybody knows it, and so this feels like a pretty good time to point out how absolutely lucky we are that there are so many good games and brain teasers and tools that we have free access to 24/7. It's easy to take things like that for granted nowadays because it's so commonplace, but I think it's good to every once in a while take a step back and see just how cool it really is. For those who don't know GeoGuessr somehow, basically you get placed into a Google Street View image and you have to guess exactly where in the world that is. GeoGuessr is an absolutely great idea for a game. It's fun, straightforward, and at least semi-educational, at the very least driving wanderlust and curiosity in positive ways. And it's really nice to try and learn and get better at GeoGuessr because it feels like you're gaining useful real-world knowledge and learning about the world. Like if you actually sat down and did like a 2-hour session of practice for GeoGuessr, you would just be doing geography as like studying. How cool is that? Or I'm wrong and it just creates ridiculous rote memorization that would only ever be useful if you got kidnapped and then dumped into an unmarked location in a country that you don't speak the language of.
I unironically might know this elephant. If this is like on one of these roads over here, I might know the elephant.
But I digress. Yeah, that's definitely an Azerbaijani ballad, yep. Pokémon Showdown is an absolutely amazing emulator for competitive Pokémon battling. The biggest problem facing Pokémon esports is the gatekeeping and lack of accessibility. There's so much hassle and legwork that you have to go through to make a team in-game that's actually ready to battle. For example, if you wanted to use Enamorus in professional Pokémon play for Scarlet and Violet formats, you needed to have a copy of Pokémon Legends Arceus, so that's another $60 that you need on top of the $60 that cost for Scarlet and Violet. Then you need to also beat that game and transfer Enamorus into your copy of Scarlet and Violet. That is a ridiculous barrier to entry for what is supposed to be a massive esport. There are multiple great YouTube videos outlining this barrier to entry, showcasing the hours upon hours of grinding it took to make some of the VGC Pokemon World Championship teams. Remember the Pal Park and Friend Safaris? Well, get used to those, buddy. To max out a Pokemon speed stat, you need to kill like 3,000 Zubats, and you can't kill any Geodudes in that cave because then you'll get +1 defense, and there's only so many EVs you're actually allowed to get with the ability to max out 2 stats. But Pokemon Showdown completely fixes this, allowing you to build teams 1-to-1 in legality across any format or meta you want, allowing you to manipulate movesets, natures, IVs, and EVs with zero hassle. There is no tomfoolery or accessibility problems in Pokemon Showdown, and that's the beauty of it. Besides random battles. Fuck those. By the way, Pokemon Showdown developers, if you're here, please allow random battles that are capped to like level 50. I think random battles, for me at least, lose a lot of their luster when it's like, oh, well, this Pokemon's level 80 and this Pokemon's level 50. Whoop-de-doo. Pokemon Showdown is so good and so beloved in the community that Nintendo finally caught notice and is releasing an official version of it. Professional Pokemon players still use Pokemon Showdown to test out teams and try out new strategies.
I was kind of the GOAT of Sword and Shield doubles, so some respect on my name.
But here's my issue. Doesn't that make it that Pokemon Showdown is really just valuable as a tool? Because they didn't actually design any of the gameplay experience. That's Pokemon. And the value of Pokemon Showdown is so that you can play Pokemon. Like, on its face, Pokemon Showdown is just an interface that is brought to life by a community and by other intellectual property. Because of that, it sort of feels unfair to be ranking Pokemon Showdown versus stuff like Wordle and GeoGuessr that are their own games, but I don't care, and I wanted to gush about it, so here we are. It's my video, you don't get to be upset about that. Next game. Torn. I'm torn apart about what even to say about this game. Torn is a role-playing game, and basically a stat carrot-on-stick, kinda endless game from my understanding. It is an absolute bonanza of an RPG, with job interviews, the ability to mug other players, extremely good community and society role-playing, and just general tomfoolery. There are dialogue choices that affect outcomes, time limits, all that jazz. But also the best community you might ever see in a role-playing game. The people that play Torn are so in on the bit and so in with this world that it's just impossible not to find some charm in it. There is so much going on in Torn, and I'm still learning it. Like, I'm not knowledgeable about this game at all, but it's definitely a game that encourages you to keep logging back in for play sessions and not like sit down and do 4 hours. So you just log in like 5-10 minutes a day, boost some stats, and it just is pretty fun. It feels like you're participating in a virtual world more than actual virtual world games can achieve. If you like doing games as like chores, as I know a lot of other people with ADHD do, definitely check out Torn, and even if you don't like that, definitely check out Torn. You will not find another browser game that has this much depth. So that's it. I had so much fun making this video. It felt like a classic trip on the internet, and it made me really nostalgic. Just going around finding random games and gizmos to play with and have fun with, without really a set objective. I have tons of other browser games that I would absolutely love to talk about, so if you enjoyed this, definitely make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on part 2, and please do drop a like and leave a comment. On top of that, if you would check out one of the other videos that's on your screen right now, that's the absolute best way that you can support me. Other than that, have a great day or night. Hippo out.